All right.
Live from Texas, it's Chris and Lee.
Texas. Chris and Lee. Lee's in Texas. Chris is
Live
in California.
on TikTok. What's up,
Oh,
TikTokers?
TikTok.
TikTok don't stop.
TikTok don't stop.
What is up? We're
TikTok
live
don't
on
stop.
Facebook. Dude, we're live all over the earth right now.
All over the earth.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
So
All right, cool.
talk to the millions and millions of fans, man. They're waiting to hear from you.
Dude, the millions of fans. Millions.
They've been waiting all day for you, man.
Crazy millions. Fernando just joined. What's up, Fernanda?
Fernando?
What's up, Fernando? You trying to learn how to buy a house? We're here to help you buy a house. I'm gonna help you from Texas. He's gonna help you from California. Rates are good. Did you see the interest rates?
Oh my goodness. No, I didn't. What are they? I'm gonna log in right now.
Look at log in real quick because everybody is stating that things have gone down like a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
We were already at 5.75 on the New American Funding website, which is pretty darn cool. 5.75. Now, granted, that's a perfect 5.
Well, see, here's
800 FICO score.
Let me give you some data on that. So, what we did is we actually positioned ourselves to where we Wayne Gretzky'd it. So, play to where the puck is going to be. So, we set our rates about a week and a half ago, and a week and a half ago we were showing 6%, 6.25 for conventional, 5.75 for government, FHA, VA, USDA, all that stuff. And now everybody else is starting to play catch up, and ours is still holding. So if you got a loan with us and locked in the last week, we were probably positioned better than anybody in the market. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we did pretty good. Well, NAF did pretty good. We work for NAF.
Yeah, of course. Of course. So, I mean, that's how I see it, at least, because our rates aren't budging. We're still 6.25 for conventional, 5.75 for Govy.
Maybe Mom's trying to get on. She texted me. She says we don't see it. She can't find us on YouTube.
Also, I did get a message that our IG is not live. You're correct. Our IG is not live. We're down one device, which I think I had that solved, by the way. I have a couple other devices at home that we could probably use.
Okay. All right, cool. So for the next time I go to Texas.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you and I had talked about, and I think is a really cool thing, is in addition to us helping people with the mortgages, getting a great house and getting a great loan and, investing, getting rich, we're going to help the people that have joined us on Roadmap to Riches.
Yep.
We're actually going to use this platform to help those people grow and grow and grow, because when they buy the Roadmap to Riches, it's $497. And when you first get it, you're like, I don't know if this is a good investment, because we went through that. We're like, hey, can we drop $500? And, we're a corporation, we have money coming in. And imagining the average guy, that is a very scary thought.
Yeah.
But as we went through it, we realized, hey, this is really good, not only for being able to sell the Roadmap to Riches, but for the ability to learn how to even level up our game. Because what they did is they gave us some funnels for our mortgage business, which whatever business this person is in, if they're in electronics or selling something or they're an artist, no matter what, you have a fan base, and you have to be able to stay in touch with that fan base. And with the funnel mechanisms that Roadmap to Riches teaches, it's very powerful for everything. Now, you do have the ability to sell Roadmap immediately. It's what's it called? Master resale rights? Yeah, master resale rights, which means you can sell the product for 100% of what you sell it for $497 and you keep $497. You keep all of it. It's all yours. The person who created doesn't make one dime off of it. It's a master resale right? You have the ability to resell it, and it's a very good program. I think his name is Hannah. Hannah is her name, and I think it's Chuck. I think it's Chuck and Hannah who built it. And they're really active in making sure that people are very
Wasn't that our
good
landlords?
with what they bought.
I think Chuck and Hannah were our landlords at an office.
I know Hannah's the girl. I don't know what the guy's name is. But what do we got?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nardo's joined. What's up?
What up, Nardos?
So tell me what's going on? I only get to see the one. I see TikTok. I don't see what other questions are coming in through all the other platforms.
Well, everyone's talking about rates. I mean, it's all, what are rates? So 6.25 when it comes to conventional, 5.75 for government. It's a perfect loan, guys. So anytime you're asking a loan officer or asking a bank for rates, they're going to give you the best case scenario, not your scenario, the best case scenario. So what that means is you have an opportunity to get the best case scenario. Who does that apply to? 1%. It literally applies to the 1%ers, the one that are putting the most amount of money down, have the best credit, lowest debt to income ratio, lowest LTV, loan to value, and they're probably 60 years old. So you can't compete with those guys or girls at that age because they're established, and that's what they're getting. But there is an opportunity for you to get the best case scenario for you, and then just wait, and then refinance out of it in about a year, maybe 2 years. I don't know when the bottom's going to be or close to the bottom, because we don't know where the bottom is until it starts going up again, guys. So that's the strategy, is get in now, best opportunity, best rate that you can get for your file, refinance later. You'll be in a good spot. Believe me, you'll be in a good spot, so don't worry. But here's something I want to hit on, something I want to touch on, because since the rates started coming down, and they are starting to come down, by the way, since the news came out from the Fed of them not increasing.
Hold on, pause for a second.
Okay.
Pause for a second.
Pause.
TikTok just notified us that said some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience.
What does that mean?
That just came up across. I think the haters that come on and start talking the not so good stuff, I think they're getting filtered. It's not us doing it, by the way. It's not us doing it.
So what does that mean from your side?
On your end?
No, I got nothing.
I see it on my end.
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Really?
Okay. So what is it saying?
It says some comments in live were filtered to protect the community's experience on TikTok.
I believe that's probably because people are doing not good stuff.
Yeah, I think
all the time.
We get our occasional hater. We kind of, like I say, I enjoy the haters.
No, I think they're just telling people that are watching lives that, hey, you might not be able to see everything because there's some inappropriate stuff. Not necessarily
in the house.
Not necessarily shooting at us, but saying across the board. What's up, Team Sanchez?
Team Sanchez is in the house.
And then TZ said liberals.
Yes. Yeah, I think that might be what's coming on. I think that might be it.
I don't think so. There's nothing wrong with saying liberal.
If somebody's firing at that, that could be the thing that they're looking for.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But let me touch on something, guys.
I
I want to share that I've been trying to urge everyone to get pre-qualified and get into a house. Don't sit on the fence. Don't say I'll solve it tomorrow. Don't say I'll do it next year. Don't say I'll do it after Christmas, after New Year, after every holiday that comes around, and next thing you know, it's 10 years. But
what's up, Jose?
Here's what a lot of people are talking about right now, and it's the rates dropping, and then people are bringing other stuff into the conversation. Like, for instance, I think What's a Mortgage said this. He said, when rates went from 8 to 7, 4 million people entered into the market. Mm-hmm. And then now that they're going from 7 to 6, I think 5 million more people are entering into the market. So that's 9 million more people wanting to buy a house. Now, if you Google this is the scary part, and this is what I've been telling people for a long time, is if you Google this, how many houses are for sale in the nation? In October, 2 months ago, 1.5 million. So you have 9 million buyers entering the market with only 1.5 million houses for sale in October. Now that number
that's why the builders own us, man. That's why the builders are basically running the market.
So that number's down, though. That number's down 10% from last year. So let's give it let's give it 20-30% more. So 1.5 million. Let's bump that up to what is 20%? 18 million. Let's just take it to, or 1.8 million. Let's take it to 2 million. Okay. So let's say that there's 2 million houses for sale. There's still 9 million buyers. This creates the bidding wars, guys. So
that's straight crazy.
If there was only 2 million sandwiches and there was 9 million hungry people, there's going to be 7 million hungry people at the end of the day still. Okay?
I want lunch. All of a sudden, I want lunch.
So what that means is you 7 million who are like, I'm going to wait till after Christmas. I'm going to wait until after the New Year. I'm going to wait until after, what's that first holiday with the hearts and the flowers and shit that everybody hates?
What's up, tequila?
What's that holiday called? Valentine's Day. I'm going to wait till after Valentine's. I'm going to wait till after St. Patrick's.
Made up holiday, man.
Yeah, right? It's Hallmark. Hallmark gets rich. Holiday.
They need to sell some diamonds. They need to sell some diamonds and roses.
So that's insane, right? 9. Okay, and that doesn't stop there, because he said once it drops I think when it touches 5, when it goes to 5, it goes to 14 million buyers.
Yeah.
14 million. That's 14 million hungry people and 2 million sandwiches, man. They're screwed. Screwed. So what happens? Bidding wars. Bidding wars, bidding wars, bidding wars. And why is that?
Like bidding wars, bidding wars?
Yeah, so explain why. So let's say 14 million buyers, 2 million houses for sale. Why is there bidding wars? What creates that, Lee?
Well, it's just a supply and demand market. So if there's a lot of people that are qualified to buy, everybody starts going out and they're like, hey, I like this house, I like this house. And then every brand new buyer goes through the natural attrition, I guess is the right thing, when they are like, hey, they're asking 500,000, but I think I can get away for 480. And the realtor usually says, yeah, that's probably not a good idea, but they think they know more. It happens every single time. And they're like, well, the realtor has to present the 480. So they do. And if it's a buyer's market, in other words, there's not a lot of offers, then you have a chance. Mm-hmm. But as the rates go down, more and more buyers come into the market. And now all of a sudden, for every listing out there, you've got 5, 10, 30 offers over a weekend. That happened about 2 years ago. There was 30 offers, and the average days on the market was 6. So that was crazy. And the people that were lowballing that say, hey, $500,000, well, I'll offer 480. Well, there's 3 piles that all the offers go into. One is lowball. The next one is at price. And then the third one is overprice. Now, if you're selling your house and somebody offers you 480 and then somebody offers you 510, do you even look at the 480? Not even. I sat with the realtors when they're going over these 30 offers and they're like, okay, this is on the low ball. I'll present them all to my seller. I'll present them because that's the law. I have to. And then these are at price. So of 30 offers that came in, probably 20 were low ball. Thinking, hey, 5,000 less, they'll give up 5,000. There were probably 5 at price and then 5 above price. Well, if you're the seller and the listing agent says, hey, listen, I got 30 offers this weekend, great news, everybody loves your house. The next piece of news is that the 20 right here, they're offering less than the 500 that you're asking, less. And then the 5 here are offering exactly at 500,000. And then the 5 here are offering above 500,000. So which one do you want to spend some time on? And what do you think every seller says? They say, well, I want more than 500,000. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, you got one for 505, 510, one that 510 with no contingency, one with 510 as is, which is essentially no contingency. And then the seller chooses 510, and then the realtor has to call all the people and says, unfortunately, our seller went with another offer. And then all the guys who are brand new, who are offering 480, they're like, wait, they didn't even counter me? Yeah, you didn't even make the table. You didn't make the table because it was a seller's market. But that's not the case right now. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's entirely a buyer's market. And days on the market, I think I saw in California were 60 right now. Average days on the market is 60.
Dang.
It's either 45 or 60. That's a long time. So just think you're like, hey, I just got transferred from California to Tennessee, and I need to sell my house. Well, you put it on the market, and 60 days later, nobody's made an offer. And you're asking 500,000. Well, then all of a sudden, somebody comes in and says, hey, I'll offer you 480. You've been sitting on the market for 60 days. At that point, you start thinking, yeah, maybe 480. Maybe I'll do 480. That could be. And that is a buyer's market. That's where we're at right now. But the more the rates go down, the more the interest rates go down, the more we turn into a seller's market. And as we turn into a seller's market, unfortunately, all the first-time home buyers are usually the ones who get left in the dust because they don't understand this market at all. Even though us as loan officers, we try and teach them, the realtors try and teach them. Everybody walks in, they're like, yeah, that's $20,000. I work hard for $20,000. Yeah, you do, but you also don't have a house for a while until you get beat up. And then once you get beat up a little bit, now you buy a house, now you're in. Now you get it, and you probably won't do that twice. You actually understand the market before you go into it.
Yeah. So Jerry A. Cook is asking fourplex financing options, loan limits. Okay, Mr. Cook. I don't know where you're at because I know you're one of those California Texans too. So I don't know what state or county or anything
Jerry
you're
Cook,
in.
I'm in Texas right now. Good to see you, Jerry.
Yeah, you should have Lee taking lunch. Have him meet you. You should be there in
I'm in
about
Austin.
4 hours.
I think Jerry's out of Dallas or Houston, one of the two. I think
Maybe
it's
6 hours. Lee will be there in 6 hours.
I'll be there in 6 hours.
He'll take you to the best Texas Dallas lunch there is. It'll probably be a late dinner by then, but whatever. So yeah, absolutely options, Mr. Cook. You can go conventional with 5% down now. That's new. Or you could go FHA with 3.5% down. That's been around for 400 years. But yeah, very popular. Very difficult though. If anyone could find this property though,
400 years?
it's
400
Jerry
years?
Cook. Well, I don't know.
All right.
Tell me the year, Lee. What's the exact year that you could do that?
I don't know, but I know it's been a long time. We've been in it 20 years, and it's been in 20 years, so we know that much for sure.
So if anyone can find a fourplex for sale to accomplish what everyone on earth when they have this bright idea at 23 years old of, I'm going to buy a 4-unit, live in one, rent out the other 3, and then cash all the money and buy me a Ferrari. So for those people, call Jerry Cook. He could probably find it for you if you're in Texas or California.
Yeah.
He could probably find it for you.
Jerry works in both. I'm pretty sure Jerry Cook works in both Texas and California.
I'm sure there's another state in there too. This guy is freaking worldwide, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
Jerry Worldwide. So, fourplex, 3.5% FHA, 5% conventional. But I don't know your loan limit, Jerry. I don't know what area you want. Here, where we're at, get you FHA up to $644,000 and conventional like $766, I think, $766,000. LA gets you $1 million. Orange County gets you $1 million. But where are you at? Let's find out where you're at, and we'll get you exact answers.
It's actually over $1 million in LA. It's over $1 million in LA and Orange County.
It's like 1.1 or something like that.
Yeah, something crazy. Yeah. And everybody who starts the real estate game, they start with that same idea, and it's actually a good idea. Mm-hmm. The idea is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's kind of like multi-level marketing. The idea is great. The execution is a whole different thing because they're like, hey, what if I buy a 4-unit, I rent out 3, and I use the economies of scale in order to make myself rich? And every time we're like, yeah, you can do that. That's amazing. Yeah. Not only that, I get to use all the rental as part of your income. So that makes it even stronger of a case, even stronger. And everybody gets really excited. And then I tell them, here's the hard part. Find that 4-unit. Because you're not the only one looking for that lottery ticket. Everybody's looking for that lottery ticket. And once they find it, man, does it gets swooped up fast.
Morning, Celso.
Good morning. Good morning, Celso. Great to see you. Lee's in Texas. Chris is in Cali.
Yeah. So, everyone, once again, when the rates touch 6, that's 9 million new home buyers. Walking up to a person like me going, I want to see if I qualify. And that's your competition. Literally, your competition when you're buying a house. So, in October, Redfin put out 1.5 million houses for sale nationwide. But today, there's 9 million buyers. Creeping on 14 million buyers. The odds of you getting a house, if you haven't even gotten pre-qualified yet, slim to none. Slim to none.
That's 1 in like 9, right? That's if you got 9 million buyers and there's 1 million houses.
Bad.
That's almost simple math.
I think this is worse than the ability to get toilet paper during COVID.
Yeah, what? Dude, you can't say that word. If you say that word, we'll get banned again. We get banned for everything these days.
You can say that, can't you?
I don't know if you can say that.
It's a real thing. Can I say the color?
Yeah, there's a lot of real
black?
things that you can't say.
Can I say the color yellow?
I think you can. I'm pretty sure
it's
you can
a
say
word.
that.
It's a word. It's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't.
Everything's a word.
You're starting to piss me off.
Break this to you.
You're starting to piss me off.
I don't know how to break this to you.
I'm going to say it as much as I want.
Okay, say it. We're going to get banned.
By who?
Boys, bad boys.
You can't even say that word.
Yeah.
Stupid. Anyways, 9 million buyers, 1 million houses. Not good math, guys. Not good math. I've been telling everyone, get pre-qualified, get in. They're like, I'm going to do it after my birthday. Which birthday?
Oh, after the birthday.
Yeah, I'm going to do it after Christmas.
What's the perfect scenario right now? What's the rates on a perfect scenario?
5.75.
5.75%?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
A little bit of a buy down, but you can touch it.
All right. We can touch that. 5.75. Wreckage just joined us. What's up, Wreckage? Great to see you.
What's up, Wreckage? Yeah, so it's crazy out there. And here's another thing, guys. This is what's really tripping me out, too, is that December is a slow month in real estate. It always is. Year over year over year. For Lee and I, for a lot of our years, it's our best quarter. That being said, it should be slow, but it's starting to pick up. So the worst month of the year is probably the busiest for applications. The busiest. Imagine what January looks like, guys. February, March, summertime 2024. Insane!
Well, they're anticipating the pivot to happen in March. The first part of the pivot in March. And depending on who you listen to, I heard somebody say 3 basis point cuts up to 100 basis points. Then I heard 150 with 4. And then I heard 275 with 6. Now, these are all just the Fed members talking. It's not the actual official. But if they're thinking it, then they try and make their case for it, and it's got the opportunity to happen. So the most liberal thinking is 275 basis points. The most conservative is going to be 3 cuts at 100 basis points, which is going to be 50 at one point and 25 and 25. So that's the only way to get there. It's the only way to get there, the way the Fed cuts the rates. So that's all anticipated in 24. But the real year that they think it's really going to drop down is 25. 25 is going to be a bang up year. Jerry Cook, all my loan officers who are watching, all my realtors who are watching, it's going to be a bang up year. 24 is going to get good. I think 25 is going to be legendary. Legendary.
Wait for it. That's what they used to say in that one show. Legend, wait for it, dairy. Something like that. It was a great show. It was a good character. Barney Fife, I think it was his name.
Okay.
No, Barney Fife is from Andy Warhol.
Griffith. Andy Warhol. Andy Griffith.
No, Andy Griffith has a park in LA called Griffith Park.
Dude, I think you're all over the place, man.
I am all over the place. I'm Mr. Worldwide.
Smoking the wacky tobacco. It's legal in California. You can smoke all the wacky tobacco you want.
It is legal in California. Raise your hand if you're in California, TikTok. Raise your hand. Let me know.
I don't think it's entirely illegal in Texas. I haven't really dug into it here, but
it's not.
Jerry Cook might know.
It's not.
If it's legal in Texas.
I think it's all the western states. I think it's all the western states.
I think they did. I think in some of the smaller city, like Austin, the city of Austin, I think they legalized some of it.
All right.
User 506. I'm wearing a normal shirt. Normal shirt. I always wear normal shirts. You just fancy normal shirts. Appreciate you noticing, User 6. Appreciate you noticing. This is my America shirt. Today I'm in Texas. My primary residence is in Texas. Secondary residence is in California. I spend half my time in Texas, half my time in Cali. And that's why we know how to do loans in both Texas and Cali, because we do a lot of loans in both. And the market is really good. So you're not a liberal.
So Celso, yes, got pre-qualified. Smart man. Off to the shopping races. Yeah. And Nadine, I don't know what that means, Nadine. I think that's a high five. I don't know. So Lee, just be honest, man. Are you liberal? Are you liberal or not?
I don't even know what the word liberal means.
Do you own a hybrid?
No.
Is there a hybrid in your driveway?
I own a lot of guns.
Is there a hybrid in your driveway? Yeah, answer the question.
People need to know. The people need to know.
Do you have a hybrid?
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I don't.
All right. So there's never a hybrid parked in your driveway.
I don't know if that's the test for a liberal, but
I don't know. I don't know either. Let's go to our millions. Let's go to our millions and millions of viewers. Viewers, what does a liberal drive?
What kind of car do you drive? Let's see. I got here we go. A BMW, a Roadster. I got a 2500 lifted truck, a RAV4, another RAV4, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Sounds like a liberal to me.
So yeah, that
sounds like a liberal to me.
So, raising my hand that I'm in Cali. Nadine says she's in Cali. Gotta get Nadine qualified to get a house. What part of Cali are you in, Nadine?
Waiting on Nadine, everybody. It's okay.
Waiting on Nadine.
We'll wait all day for Nadine.
All day for
you know what? Because she means that much. Because she means that much.
All days long.
We got millions and millions of viewers, and we spend time with every single one of them. Inland Empire, IE. Come visit me. I'm in Riverside.
Dude, yeah, we're in Riverside.
Let's hang out.
Come visit me, but I'm not in Riverside right now.
You can go visit him too. Doesn't matter where he's at.
Yeah, I'm in Austin.
You can. This is America. You can go anywhere you want, unless Gavin Newsom says you can't.
Oh, tell me.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Tell me what's going on with Gavin Newsom.
Oh, Gavin Newsom, man. He's just a big old clown walking around. You know what I'm saying? Big old clown.
Yeah.
Talk about, hey, I'm not going to answer any question. Well, he's going to run.
It might be president clown to you someday.
He's going to, yeah, maybe. But I'm not going to be like one of those people who are like, if he becomes president, I'm leaving this country and I'm going somewhere else. I'm not going to do that.
I have to get a divorce first before I buy a home. That's right. I remember this situation. You should probably get a divorce first. That way you can get rich on your own. Single and rich.
Joe Biden. Lee, show us your Joe Biden flag that you have in your front yard.
That's my America Come Take It flag.
Front yard. User said that you have a Joe Biden flag in your front yard. And then Nadine said, yep.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, crap. So, once again, guys, when the rates went from 8 to 7, 4 million new buyers entered in. When they go from 7 to 6, 5 million more buyers, which equals 9 million. And then when they go from 6 to 5, 14 million new buyers enter in. This is when we've been talking about pent-up demand, that's what it is. When we talk about 33, that's what it is. When we talk about new home buyers, that's what it is. So this huge, biggest wave probably ever of people are going to be buying houses in the next 1 to 3 years, however it is. So if you're not pre-qualified yet, sorry, it's going to get tough.
Well, there's going to be an economic boom, man. I think it's going to be huge.
Trickle economics?
I think it's going to be a lot of people making a lot of money in a lot of things. Just like probably 2-3 years ago, everybody was making money in NFTs and crypto and stocks. It was just an economic boom. And if you position yourself correctly right now before the economic boom, you can get rich.
Yeah.
And it's not just buying the house. It's establishing yourself by having a business or whatever business you're in, go wide on it, because a rising tide brings up all ships. And when the Fed starts cutting the rates, money becomes loose again, and people start buying stuff. People start buying stuff like crazy. We're not there yet. We're at the top of the roller coaster, and we haven't started the descent yet. But once we start the descent and it gains some speed, if you're positioned with a business, or if you own real estate, or if you're developing, or if you're launching something, whatever you're doing, that's a prime time because money's loose and people spend when money's loose.
So
it's a.
Go ahead.
What is that?
It's a thing that said you're going to be ending. So here's what I said yesterday, and I think this is such solid information. So a lot of people are like, oh, I could buy a house if I want to, I just don't want to. I'm like, all right, cool. So you're going to live somewhere anyway. You're going to pay rent anyway, at least if you're an adult or a functioning adult, not living in your mother's basement. So as a functioning adult, you're going to live somewhere and pay rent anyway. So let me give you some history from 2019. So if you bought in 2019, we had a rate drop in 2020. A lot of people got a lot of equity in 1 year. Okay? So houses, let me give you just an idea. If you buy a house now while rates are high, because rates are coming down, we already know it. This isn't something that's going to happen all of a sudden. We can clearly see down the road. So if you buy a house now, call it a $500,000 house, and you live in it for the next year to 2 years. If what happened in 2020 happens again, you're going to make about $200,000 on this property, okay? Let's say you have a dream. You want to be a race car driver. You want to start a business. You want to have your own property in the middle of nowhere with owning it 100% free and clear. Maybe you want to buy a new car. Whatever the goal is. All you have to do is buy a house right now, sit on it, make a bunch of cash, sell it. You got to pay the taxes on it, but then you're going to have a bunch of money to do whatever you want at the end of it. Even if it only is $100,000. Even if it only is $200,000. It is going to happen. So if you want to print money in a couple of years, just buy a house. Like literally, just buy a house. And you're going to make a lot of money and then make all your dreams come true after the fact. What do you say about that?
All your dreams. I like my favorite scenario that you do when you dream there is the one where you buy a piece of land and you basically go off the grid.
You bug out.
That's kind of hashtag goals right there.
Yeah, right. So buy
You
a
know what I
house.
mean? It's like
So how much is
off the grid, yo?
5 acres or 10 acres? 10 acres in the middle of nowhere in Texas. How much, Lee? Just best guess.
100 grand.
100 grand. Okay, so you make
100 grand.
200 grand on this house. So now you get 10 acres in the middle of nowhere, and then with 100 grand, what could you put on that property with 100 grand, Lee? Realistically,
If you bought a pre-built manufactured home, you could probably put a 2-bedroom, 2-bath for 100 grand, or mobile homes. You could probably get one for 100 grand. Or if you stick built it, which takes a long time, but when you're out in the middle of nowhere, the codes and zoning are different, so it's easy to get away with stuff. But you do have to do it correctly, so you have to hire the licensed people. But you could build a small ADU for 100 grand. Small ADU is 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Well, you can get a boxable for 50 G's, right? Or is that 100 grand now?
That's what they say, but I actually dug in. It's a little more than that. It's probably going to be 80, and then after delivery, it's going to be 100 grand.
All right, well, you can get
a boxable's 2-bedroom, 1-bath.
Well,
so
you can get.
It's not a bad.
Home Depot sells tiny homes for 20 grand.
Remember we went to the factory? We were like, hey, I think I want to invest in this thing.
Yeah. We talked to the owner.
Yeah, we talked to the owner. We're like, hey. And he's like, yeah. And I said, can you really do this for 50 grand? And he's like, ish. And I said, when I run the math, it doesn't come out. And he goes, well, building costs change. And I said, yeah, you first put that up 3 years ago. Can you still do it for 50 grand? And then 50 grand got erased from their website. So building costs are just too much, man. It's just too much to do it. But you can't get away for 100 grand. You can. I've been seeing a lot of stuff. If you do it in the city, it's going to be 250, 300 because of zoning and contractors and competition and some materials and all that stuff. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, 100 grand for land is realistic, and 100 grand to put a small unit on is realistic. But then there's other costs. You need a well. You need some kind of water supply. You need to figure out your electricity, because if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're either going to go off the grid and go solar, or you're going to have electricity piped in. So there's a lot of concerns to deal with, but that's my favorite of your reasons to make a couple 100 grand.
So
or you can buy a boat.
Let's be more realistic. Let's go 3 acres and then get everything: land, house, electricity, water. Probably put a fence all around the whole thing. Probably put what are those things called that the guards have in prisons?
Tractor?
No, they're up top. They're up top and they're looking down. What are those called? Like
Big tractor?
Vantage points. Put in vantage points all over the property. Get a tractor. You can get a tractor, a dirt bike.
I like tractors.
You get a dirt bike.
I like tractors. I used to own a tractor. I liked it. It was fun.
Now, you probably won't have a wife or a girlfriend if you do this, but still, you have a tractor.
Who needs that? You have a tractor.
Like, hey, man, you in a relationship? No, I got a tractor.
Why? I got a tractor.
Oh, that's funny. All right, kids, I think we got to go.
All right, cool. We've been Chris and Lee from Austin, Texas, and Riverside, California. We appreciate you guys.
I'm Chris. That's Lee right there. Bye.